What's up, grappling fans? My name's John Evans, and I didn't give you any updates last week, so felt bad about that, and I thought I would do another breakdown this week. So you get two breakdowns this week, and this one is going to be at the black belt level. So this one's going to be with Romulo Barral versus his opponent from GFT, Igor Silva. We'll get to that in just one moment. It's a fantastic fight. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's great. But first of all, I just wanted to give a shout out to my friend Pete Schiller. He's from up north in Northern California. Awesome dude. He sent me a link to a YouTube video earlier, which I have no affiliation with, but I just thought it was hilarious. It's just some crazy goblin metal thing. I don't know. I thought it was really, really funny. So it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, and not to delegitimize my video breakdowns, but just thought it was pretty cool. So if you want to check that out, there's a link right there. You can click on it or in the description below. And yeah, let me know what you think. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right to the breakdown here. And like I said, today's match is going to be with Romulo Barral, and his opponent is going to be Igor Silva. Romulo in the white here on the right, and Igor in the blue. And look at this, just great. They said go, it's time to fight, and what do? They just come out, shake hands, and give a hug. And it looks like Igor tries to pull guard right away. Romulo very smart, putting that knee right in the middle, and he comes up on top, and he should get an advantage, and he does, but then Igor Silva gets a sweep. That is a sweep, so he gets 2 points right there. Igor Silva up 2 points to 1 advantage right now. Of course, advantage doesn't come into factor until the score is completely tied, and it's like a tiebreaker. Whoever has the most advantage wins at that point. And Igor Silva doing a good job here. He's got his knee right in the middle, and he's trying to stuff the middle knee of Romulo down. And here he's got a collar grip. He's probably trying to knee slide pass. But Romulo sitting up, and he's really pulling on this arm, which can be very frustrating. And now he's doing a sitting up guard. Maybe he's going to go shin to shin, or maybe he's going to try to grab the lapel underneath Igor's leg, right in between the legs there, which can always be very tricky. But a lot of good sweeps there. It looks like Igor has his nice low base. Of course, if you stand up too high, just like Kurt Osiander said, you got to hide your butt, because otherwise you can go flying. Especially from like a De La Hiva guard, they can pick you up and sweep you towards their De La Hiva hook. And it looks like Romulo is trying to sit back now that he has this sit-up guard, and I believe he does have Igor's lapel underneath his leg right there, which breaks down your posture if you're the guy on top. It's very frustrating, and Romulo going to try to come off to the side. Oh, and very nice. Igor Silva, did you see? He took his leg and kicked it out and around, and that's what gets out of that grip from Romulo. Romulo had the lapel in between Igor's legs, and Igor just kicked out and over it, which is really a great counter. It's a little bit athletic, but if you can do it, then fantastic. It gets you right out of that horrible position. And that's what he did. And now they're restarting back in the center. Igor's still on top. Romulo looking to make some grips, sit back to his guard. He should still be down on points. There should be no point differential here. Igor doing a good job of breaking Romulo's grip off his collar. And then it looks like Romulo's going to a De La Hiva, where he might try a Berimbolo. I don't think I've ever seen Romulo do a Berimbolo, but it's always possible, right? And Romulo trying to load Igor, and I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but it looks like they stopped it. Maybe he kicked him in the face or something. Not really sure, but they're looking at him. I don't know. But look at that. Romulo, just as soon as he recognized that happened, whatever happened, he just stopped right away. He's just such a nice guy, and he's going to play fair, play by the rules. He's the type of guy that is not win at all costs. I mean, he is if he really, as long as it's fair and square. You know, he wants to win. He'll put everything into it as he possibly can. But if he can't do it fair, then he doesn't want it. He wants a legitimate win. He doesn't want to beat somebody on a technicality or something. Maybe they got injured and they couldn't continue. He wants to beat the best version of that person, and it's very, very commendable, I believe. And it looks like I believe he's maybe hitting the nose, and he's trying to compose himself. And Romulo just stopping and saying, "Hey, I recognize you're hurt. You know, maybe you're not at your best right now. Let's take a look at that. Make sure you didn't break your nose or get a concussion or something, and then we'll go back to it once you feel okay." So really just amazing manners from Romulo. You don't typically see that at such a high level of jiu-jitsu, because you want to win. I mean, this is your livelihood. When you get tournament wins and you own a school, that directly impacts how many students are going to train with you, how well recognized you are, and it's just awesome to see that at this kind of level. He's more concerned about his opponent's well-being than particularly just crushing him at all costs. So it looks like Igor sits right down, and Romulo is underneath. He's got the shin up in between them, but he's in kind of a half guard. Now he's what I like to call a footlock position, even though if you're not going to footlock off of it, you've got that knee in the middle, and you've got the other foot on the hip, and you're around that outside leg. If you get under it, you can come up kind of like a technical stand-up, and then you can get a nice sweep out of that. And I'm not sure if that's what he's going to go for, but yeah, it looks like he does have his leg up by his shoulder there. So Romulo could do a technical stand-up right now, and he would get a sweep off of Igor. Igor, of course, up 2 points still off of that sweep. And Romulo trying to keep him there. Igor recognizing this, trying to lean off of this arm and push his weight back into Romulo so he doesn't stand up and push Igor's weight back to the mat. But it's just a little bit of a give and take here. Romulo trying to feel it out. I'm not sure if he's trying to do something sneakier, but that's definitely should be one of the main things that he's going for, with that foot on the hip and Igor's foot on his shoulder, trying that technical stand-up. And it looks like he's nearly got it. I'm a little bit surprised why he's not standing up. Maybe because Igor has this grip right here. Not exactly sure. And his hip is on the ground, and he's leaned way back, so it seems like he could nearly get that sweep fairly easy at this point. But I'm sure Igor's expecting it. I'm sure he knows what's going on. It's a fairly common sweep, and he shoves his foot right to the canvas again, and is able to stay on top. And now, Romulo is sitting all the way up. Here he could have a very clean sweep if he just gets his hips all the way up into a standing position. Because then your hips are higher than your opponent's. It's very hard for them to get up, and you hold their foot to the ceiling, and that's going to keep their back on the mat. And Romulo's back in this footlock position, just like I like to call it. Even if you're not going for a footlock, you've got good sweeps here, and it looks like Romulo is trying to go for that sweep. I'm not sure what Igor's doing here. Maybe he's trying to attack the inside foot of Romulo or the outside foot. He's going on a footlock right there. Very nice. He's holding his own lapel, but that is tough. And he is going hard for it. Of course, people have tried to footlock Romulo before, and he just doesn't seem to tap. I mean, if you'll remember, Josh Barnett tried to footlock Romulo, and it looked like he was breaking Romulo's foot, and Romulo did not tap. Romulo comes up to a sitting position, and he still has a hold of the pants, and he gets all the way up, and Igor's bouncing on one leg, and Romulo, very smart, pulling Igor back into the center of the mat so they don't stop it, and he jumps all over him, and that should either be, I believe that should be a takedown then, because they were both standing at the time, so he should get 2 points for that. Not sure if they're going to give it to him, and it doesn't look like, I didn't see the referee give any points, so Igor may still be up right here, but they're just tying their belts, getting ready. Very nice from Romulo with standing up, grabbing a hold of Igor's pants, pulling him back into the ring, because if he goes out of the ring, they're going to stop it, and then Romulo's going to come back in and maybe pull guard again. But if he had that takedown, and he knew he had a little bit of an advantage to get up on Igor, then of course you want to pull them back in the ring where it's still legal, and you want to try for that takedown. But Igor trying to run out of bounds, wasn't quite working. Now Romulo's going to start on top. I believe he didn't get the points for that, so he should be still down. And this is kind of later in the match. I believe it's been going for quite some time now, so Romulo better work pretty quickly here, otherwise he's going to lose on points. And Igor trying to stand right up, Romulo doing a great job there, pulling up on Igor's far leg, and what that does is that's going to keep Igor's back flat on the mat. Igor trying to sit up, maybe go on a single leg here. He's got the underhook, but I believe Romulo has the crossface, and if he does have the crossface, then it's very, very tough for the bottom person. Of course, Igor's shoulders flat on the mat, and that's never good for the bottom person. If your shoulders are flat on the mat, you're not on your side, you don't have the underhook, it's going to be very, very tough. And Romulo forcing this knee over into mount, and it's not working. But Igor is doing an excellent job maintaining his half guard. Romulo is probably going to try to kick on Igor's bottom leg and push his trapped leg through and baseball slide into the side control, and he does that, and he gets on top, and he goes right away for a choke, and he gets points for passing, 3, so he should be up on points even if he didn't get those takedown points. Excellent, and now he's going right for the choke, just attacking, goes knee on belly, and he goes right over into mount, and he's attacking on that cross choke, and I believe he gets it, and that should be all she wrote. Very, very nice, Romulo. He has just been on a tear lately, man. I mean, ever since the Worlds, of course, like, getting gold at the Worlds is fantastic. It was great to see him back to winning form. But he comes out here to the Rio Open. It's the Rio Open. This is no joke. And he beats Igor Silva in the final. So fantastic job there. It is really great to see such a good guy back to winning form. So anyway, that was the breakdown for today. And thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.